Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air. Milwaukee Bucks beat the Utah Jazz 113-99. They go to 27-35 and 15-16 at home. The Bucks is at home in this game. The Jazz go to 19-45 and 8-24 on the road. Milwaukee won their first game against the Jazz, so they 1-0 versus them in the season. They played them a couple days from now for the second game, and the Bucks need to win that one too. Bucks won the first quarter 24-13. Second quarter was won 31-27, 32-32 in the third, and then the Bucks moved around and got open and made shots to win the fourth quarter 30-23 in the fourth. The Jazz, let's talk about them first. Kyle Filipowski, he kept finding ways to score in the paint. He made a 3-2. 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. He went 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He didn't finish that well or that great, and he didn't shoot that well from 3, but he had some good mismatches, and he was taking his time to get a good look at the basket to score it. Worked, and most of the time missed too. Just not the night for him, but it did reward him by going to the free throw line. He did get a double-double because he had 11 rebounds. He had 6 assists. The 6 assists ended up being the most on the team, and you don't really see him do that much, but it worked in this game. A lot of kickouts and a lot of getting rid of the ball early to do it. 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks. The 2 blocks ended up being the most on the team. 3 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a -11 in plus minus. Cody Williams, 37 minutes, 13 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He missed a lot of easy looks, and he always getting the easy ones, or he always turn them down or stays out the way. This time he got a lot of shots up. He made a couple, but he missed majority. He had a double-double, though, so that still was a good game because that's hard to do. And he got 11 boards with those 13 points. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. 2 steals is tough to do, too, and he was able to achieve that. That's good to see. 4 offensive boards, no personal foul, and a -21 and plus minus. Oscar, 12 minutes, he had 6 points. He went 3 or 4 from the field, finished at the rim. That's really high percentage shot. That's as good as it gets. But he didn't miss a free throw, and that was his only one. He had 5 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and was a -9 and plus minus. Keontae George, 29 minutes, 22 points. That ended up being the most on the team. He always leads the team in scoring since Laurie Marketing and those guys are not playing right now. And the only problem was he had a lot of jump shots and he couldn't really make them or drive and make them either. But he did get to the free throw line and went 12 of 13 from the free throw line. But he still finished 2 of 8 from 3 and 4 of 17 from the field. He was one of the biggest reasons why they didn't win because he didn't make enough of his shots from the perimeter or at the paint. He did have 2 rebounds, though, 4 assists, found his teammates with some good looks. He was a -15 and plus minus. Ace Bailey, 29 minutes, 9 points. He went 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3. He had good looks. There was open looks, and he even had some mid-ranges that he just couldn't drop down tonight. He's an inconsistent shooter at this point in his career. He's going to have to smooth it out in the future if he wants to be a star or better. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers was him just deferring too much and trying to find a way to make the decision after he already committed to how he wanted to score it, and he tried to get out of it. 2 steals. He did foul out with 6 personal fouls. That was the worst part of the night, but he still played 29 minutes and was a -11 and plus minus. Kevin Love made a 3. He missed the rest. He did get 6 boards. That's what he's really good at still. And that was the most off the bench for the rebounds. He had 1 turnover, 1 offensive board out of the 6, and 1 personal foul was a -8 and plus minus. Blake Henson, 23 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers. All his rebounds was offensive. No personal foul, was a +3 and plus minus. I liked his shot selection. You just wanted him to make more of them. He just couldn't do it tonight. Bryce, 19 minutes, 17 points. He had the most points off the bench and was the second leading scorer on the team. He went 6 of 12 from the field. The jump shot was going down for him. And then, of course, he made his threes. They was open, so he should have, and he did make half of them. You happy with that? 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds. He had 2 assists, 2 steals. The 2 steals was the most off the bench and on the team, tied with Ace Bailey and Cody Williams. And then he had one personal foul and was a +7 and plus minus. John Conchar, 26 minutes, 2 points. He made his free throws, but missed the other two. So he finished 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 0 of 2 from 3. He had 3 boards, no turnovers, 1 block. The 1 block was the most off the bench. He had 1 offensive rebound. He had 2 personal fouls. It was a -10 and plus minus. Elijah Harkless, 16 minutes for him. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and was a +5 and plus minus. A lot of this game, they just was missing good looks. I mean, their defense wasn't that great, especially in that fourth quarter. That didn't help either. Giannis dominated the game, kept finding ways to play off his teammates a little bit more instead of holding the ball in his hands and trying to do it himself, which is good, showing you that he trusts his teammates and he trusts his coaching staff to make sure that he's still a big part of what they do. 27 minutes, 27 points. He went 9 of 14 from the field. He went 0 of 2 from 3. He went 9 of 15 from the free throw line. He's going to come at you. He's going to test you. And if you're not really trying to get the block, you're going to find a way of touching him or finding ways to help him score on you. So got to make that decision. They try to play both sides, and he ended up dominating anyway. He did have 9 boards, 8 assists. He was finding his teammates, got the shooters, got guys that's going to try to double team him. He knows how to create advantages for his teammates, and then it's just up to them to make the shot if they can. 2 turnovers, 4 steals. 4 steals was the most in the game and the most on the team. 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, and a +23 and plus minus. Kyle Kuzma, 29 minutes, 18 points. He went 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He was hitting the wide open shots, especially from 3, and he kept getting good looks near the basket. That's what he tries to do. It worked a lot in this one. He had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, no turnovers. The biggest problem with his game was the 5 personal fouls. And this one, he didn't foul out because they played it safe. And it ended up working out because the other guys stepped up. 1 offensive board, +7 and plus minus for him. Jane, 32 minutes. His jump shot is good, man. He's going to stop and pop, whether it's from mid-range or 3. He can do it. He had 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. Taking that, but he filled up some other areas. He had 8 boards, which was good. You need to help on the board, especially because Miles Turner ain't that type of rebounder. And you can't leave it all on Giannis. And then he had 9 assists, just kept finding Giannis and other guys for easy opportunities. And he just made the right pass to him at the right time. And they was able to go right up and score or shoot it. 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and a +18 and plus minus. Miles Turner, 18 minutes, 8 points. He was the only starter to not score in double figures in points. He went 3 of 7 from the field and 1 of 4 from 3 and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds and no turnovers. He had 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, was a +10 and plus minus. I mean, he was rim protecting, and on top of that, he was trying to provide the spacing. He just not scoring as much as you probably would like him to this entire season, really. And then Ryan Rollins, 40 minutes, it ended up being the most on the team. He had 13 points and a clutch 3. Other than that, he missed a lot of shots. He went 5 of 15 from the field, whether it was drives or pull-ups or threes. And then he went 3 of 9 from 3. He had 11 boards or a double-double. He also had 8 assists. He always can get to the basket or find ways to get rid of the ball early, to find somebody that he sees open when the defense isn't paying attention to him or they moving without the basketball. 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a +11 and plus minus. Bobby Portis had the jumper going, and he was able to get near the basket and get good looks. 18 minutes, 12 points. He went 5 of 8 from the field. He did miss all of his threes, though. 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and a block. 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and a -6 and plus minus. Pete Nance, he scored in the paint but made a 3. 2. He went 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 5 from the field for 5 points in 14 minutes. He had 4 rebounds, no turnovers, no personal foul, was a +11 and plus minus. Jericho Sims, 30 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover and 2 steals. Good big body. You know, he's going to crash the boards. He's going to try to fight for them. He's going to try to finish as fast as he can when he's near the basket. Other than that, he plays some solid defense here and there, too. 1 offensive board, 2 personal foul, and a -2 and plus minus. Gary Trent Jr., 6 minutes, 3 points. He went 1 of 3 from the field. He also had 1 rebound, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, was a +6 and plus minus. AJ Green, he kept getting scored on, but he's out there for his 3-point shooting. But he went 2 of 8 from 3, didn't do a good enough job at that tonight. But his teammates had his back, so they ended up winning anyway. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, 4 personal fouls, 0 and plus minus. And then Cam Thomas, he had a wide open 3. He made it, That was his only shot besides going 0-2 from the free throw line. So he finished with 3 points, but he only played 6 minutes, so he couldn't do much anyway. But he didn't do anything bad either besides missing those free throws. So he finished as a -8 and plus minus. And then the Bucks, 48% from the field. They took 85 shots. 90 for the Jazz. They took 30. They ended up shooting 34%. 44 threes taken by the Bucks as 34%. 49 for the Jazz, 24%. And then you look at the fact that the Bucks took 28 free throws, 57%. That's poor, but it didn't matter because the team didn't shoot that great. The Jazz didn't shoot that great throughout the game anyway. Besides from the free throw line, they made 29, one more than the Bucks. But they took 29, one more than the Bucks. They made 86% of them. That was a good way to score points for them. But you can't score it on the other levels either. You're going to have a hard time winning the game if you're not playing good defense, which they didn't in this one. 48 rebounds for the Bucks, 53 for the Jazz, 33 assists for the Bucks, 23 for the Jazz. That's 10 difference. That's a big thing. Both teams had 11 turnovers. Both teams had 7 steals. And then 5 blocks for the Bucks, 3 for the Jazz, 7 offensive rebounds for the Bucks, 13 for the Jazz, 41 defensive rebounds for the Bucks, 40 for the Jazz, and then 20 personal fouls for the Bucks, 19 for the Jazz. Really good game for the Bucks. They ended up getting off to a good lead. They was able to play well throughout the entire game. They was able to really pull away in that fourth, and they got a much-needed win. They're still trying to make it to the play-in. To possibly get to the playoffs, you got to take one step at a time, especially because they put themselves in this hole, so they got to find a way out. So wins is the only way out. So we'll see if they can do that, and we'll see if they can get enough to be able to still be a threat before it gets too late in the season, which is getting closer to is now or never. So we'll see what happens. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis.